Quick video on navigating your way around the charts, MT4 charts. Now, first off, you might not be able to see anything up the top. Okay, that's a case of just clicking on View and Toolbars. If you've not got any of the options up here, or this seems a little bit bare, and you see me clicking on certain buttons, arrows, different time frames, then you need to make sure you have them selected. And to do that, you go to View, Toolbars, and make sure all four of these are selected: standard, charts, line studies, timeframes. Okay, if I take them away, you can see them all start to disappear. I've got nothing there now. So make sure they're all selected. Okay, we've got standard, which brings up the capability to select a new order. So I click that. So that's a lot easier than me just going right click, trade in, new order. All right. And then you can get View, Toolbars again and click on Charts. And that allows us to change to a bar chart if we wish, or a candlestick chart, which is what we use, and obviously the zoom in and out function, which I'll come to in a moment. And also very importantly as well, these little bad boys here, these allow you to go back and forth your chart. Okay, now this one allows you, the red, you can go back, and this allows you to scroll back, but it'll take you back to the start each time. Now if it keeps doing that, you simply deselect the green arrow, and then you can just go back as far as you want. This will allow you to keep going back and for the chart. Unless that is selected, if you select this, this keeps taking you back to the front of the chart. Okay, and pressing the red just makes it a little bit more current and brings it into the center of the chart. Okay, but the green, deselect the green to be able to scroll back and forth. You left click and just drag across, and that allows you to go back on your chart. Okay, so that's a great little function that. Again, View, Toolbars, Line Studies. Now these lines allow you, for instance, the crosshair. Okay, these here, these line studies are very helpful. Now you can select crosshair. Now crosshair allows you to pick a certain point of the candle or any point on the chart, and it will tell you the cross point of what the price is, as you can see on the right hand side in black. This tells you the time, the date, and the value, the exact value as well. Okay, so that's a very good function in navigating your way around. And also you can draw different lines, you can space them there, trend lines, match one point up to another, and all sorts of different things. You can split parts of the chart up, do what you want basically. So that's when you can then delete all selected. Okay, and you go from the same again. You select and you delete. Okay, you can just delete one by one what you selected. Okay, right click again, or you can delete them all and delete. And that's it. That's how you get in your way around. Okay, now and then View again, Toolbars and timeframes, which brings up your timeframes, the most important of all, so you know where to differentiate from your 4-hour to your daily. Okay, now one more part is, again, you can actually get rid of these small boxes here. If these little boxes annoy you, okay, here the little boxes of prices, here you can say there's blue here, sometimes they do get in the way, you can actually delete them. You actually get a trend line and you can just go over it with a trend line, click on, right click, actually select it, left click on the trend line right on this so it highlights, the little square boxes appear, so you select them and right click and then delete all arrows. Okay, and that's when all the boxes, those small price boxes, disappear, and then you can just delete your trend line that you just created, all that goes. Okay, so that's what you can do for that. And if you want to undo the delete, you simply undo delete. Okay, you right click on one of the trend lines and you undo delete. Now you cannot delete the demarkers. You cannot delete them, but you can undo the previous delete. See, the trend line now back in play. If I right click again and delete, I've now deleted again. That's simple. Lastly, again, zoom in and out here. If you can't see your demarkers for whatever reason, you might be able to see your bottom horizontal support demarker and your resistance trend and your support trend demarker, but if you can't see the upper resistance horizontal demarker, it might be because you zoomed in too much. So use the magnifying glasses with plus and minus, use those and zoom out, okay? Because if you zoom out here, that will allow you to see the upper resistance demarker, the daddy resistance, okay? And that is there. So you know what price it is. Then you can get your crosshair up here and you can go down to see what price it is. Now I know that's at 117.34 exactly, okay? And then you can just zoom back in to get a closer look and view of the candles. Zoom back in again. When it's finally grayed out, the magnifying glass, that means it's zoomed in as much as it can go, okay? And that's navigating your way around the MT4. Thank you very much.